Hi, this is Nima, founder and CEO of Hummingbird's AI. So as you know, Hummingbird's AI is a computer vision company, vision AI company based in Miami. And what we do is we create a safer world, more secure world, and more efficient world through the use of computer vision AI. So the flagship product, GuacamoleID, you are familiar with that. It protects the privacy of the screen through your facial biometrics. So a question that many people ask is that, so why GuacamoleID? Why did you started this company, and why have you created this product? GuacamoleID is a very long story, but I'm trying to be concise. So in 2021, 2 years ago, we created the first prototype of GuacamoleID. And the reason for that is that I'm a medical doctor by background, and I've seen the pain points that doctors, nurses, medical staff face during their working hours. So as a healthcare professional, you are very much excited about helping patients, saving people, and the least care that you want to have is to protect the privacy of data or the computer. I mean, of course, it's important for HIPAA compliance. You have to protect the privacy of the data, but at the same time, this is not your priority because you are very much focused on helping the patients. So anything that diverts your attention from helping patients is not something that you would be excited about. It's a source of frustration. And the more amount of time we spend in computers in medical practice is the least happy we are as medical professionals. And there has been studies that showed that the more time you are spending in front of your computer, again as a doctor or nurse, that would be a more source of stress, fatigue, and that would eventually lead to burnout. A statistic that I was reading a couple of days ago, 1/3 of doctors in ICUs, they have burnout symptoms, and 2/3 of nurses in ICU rooms, they have burnout symptoms. Just think about it. 1/3 of doctors end up having burnout, and 2/3 of nurses would end up having burnout in ICU rooms. So this is a staggering number, and we have to do something about it. The problem has been known for a while, and unfortunately, there hasn't been any solution for that until now. So I used my background in brain-inspired AI, basically learning that how our brain, human brain works, and then brought that into how we can solve this problem. This is a problem that, let's say you are a doctor, you go to an examination room, you log into the computer, you come out, you have to log out, you go back to see the next patient, you have to log in again, you go out, you have to log out again. So probably 40, 50 times a day, you have to do this login and log out. And it's not only password, sometimes it's two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication. So the more security is involved, that would mean that the doctors, the nurses, overall, all the employees would be unhappier. So that ends up many employees don't following the security procedures. So on one hand, the IT teams, the security teams are making it harder and harder to protect the data. And on the other hand, if employees are not following those procedures, that means that the problem would persist and that wouldn't go anywhere. So we found that fact, and then we said, okay, AI is a tool for automation. Why not using AI to replace humans for this manual process. This process that ends up making most employees fatigued and tired and stressed. Why not replacing that and use AI for that? And therefore, we used computer vision, vision AI, to see who is in front of the computer. If the right person is in front of the computer, we grant them access. And if the right person is not in front of the computer, whether the right person has left the premises or if an unauthorized person tries to get access to the information, the screen would be blocked, and that would be protecting the data that would be displayed on the monitor. So this is not only a security tool, a privacy tool, but it also simplifies compliance. And most importantly, what I'm excited about is that it helps employees to not be worried about protecting the privacy of the computer because they know that the AI would take care of that process. So this is a snapshot of GuacamoleID and why I'm very much fascinated about this automation tool. But another question that we hear a lot is that, okay, so Microsoft Hello or Face ID, Apple's Face ID do the same thing, right? It grants you access to the computer with your face. So what's the difference over here? The difference is twofold. One, those devices require a specific type of cameras that you don't see those type of cameras in every device. Like, for example, Apple's Face ID rely on true depth cameras. That technology is available in iPhones, but you even don't see those technologies in MacBooks or iMacs. Infrared cameras, the technology that Microsoft Hello relies on, are available on many laptops and computers, and it's growing. And it's a pretty exciting tool. We definitely recommend buying devices with infrared cameras if you are in the market for buying a new laptop or workstation. But at the same time, probably 80 to 90% of people don't have access to those devices with infrared cameras. So therefore, in order to make the technology accessible for everybody, we created GuacamoleID in a way that works on every type of laptop and computer. So the devices that you see in my bag, one of them, this one, is a Microsoft Surface, a regular Surface laptop. It has a regular RGB camera. And the other one, which is a Panasonic Toughbook, is a more sophisticated device with infrared cameras. As you see, on those devices, the screen is protected by GuacamoleID's smart screen saver. So that means that the screen will be protected. Nobody can see your confidential information. But as the authorized user, in order to unlock that device, I wouldn't need to enter my password or go through two-factor authentication. The only thing that I need to do is look into those computers. So I look into the computer and the screen is unlocked, and then I look into this computer and the screen is unlocked. So I don't need to continuously look into those computers to have access. As soon as I look into those computers, they are unlocked. And when I don't look into those computers, they are locked. This is the second difference that GuacamoleID has with other technologies like Microsoft Hello. So your login, your logout would be instantaneous without the need to touching anything or manually logging in or logging out. The screensaver would be smart enough to protect your data when you are not there. And so these are the two main differences between Microsoft Hello and our technology, GuacamoleID. So the third questions that many ask is that what is bio-inspired AI? And that's something that I'm very much fascinated about. So, the world of AI is fascinating. I've been active in this world for 20 years. When I was a medical student, I got fascinated with how our brains work. And in fact, my fascination for AI started when I was uh, a teenager, probably 10, 11 years old. And that has been my source of fascination, brain and our consciousness for the last 30 or more years. But the thing that is different between biological systems like our brain and artificial systems like AI, artificial intelligence, is that even though in the AI world we are having too many neurons, like billions of neurons for making decisions, but in fact, the biological systems are way more efficient in making processes. Imagine a bacteria. It can make good decisions. It doesn't need to have complicated neural networks. Um, when I was at Rutgers University as a researcher, we used to work on a very small neural networks, probably the size of 7 neurons, inside the stomach of crabs. So this is one of the smallest neural networks that researchers have done research on, and it only consists of 7 neurons, but it's very complicated and very exciting. So that 7 neurons can make decisions that in the AI world you need to have millions of neurons to be able to make those decisions. And the reason for that is that biological systems are much more efficient. So we can learn a lot from them, and we can integrate those learnings into the AI world. And that means that we can create new models that are more efficient, they are faster, and they can make better decisions. That's what is called bio-inspired AI, which means we are getting inspired by biological systems to create better AI, and a portion of that would be brain-inspired AI that we learn from how our brain works in order to make better AI models. We have integrated technologies such as bio-inspired AI into this application, GuacamoleID. And that's the reason that you see that it makes decisions so fast and instantaneous on a regular CPU without the need to GPU or any computational sources that most of us don't have access to. This is a very fascinating area, and it's, I would say, that's the AI of the next decade. Right now in 2020s, we are so much fascinated by generative AI, but the AI of the future would be an efficient AI that can be run in smaller systems and can make decisions with just a few neurons without the need to have extremely large neural networks. So I hope that you enjoyed this conversation, and I'm going to post it on YouTube. This would be some regular posts that I do on YouTube. Uh, a little bit of education plus a little bit of conversation about the products and how we think this can shape the future, whether it's for personal use of AI technologies or for the enterprise use of AI technologies. Again, this is Nima Shea. I'm founder and CEO of Hummingbirds AI. And thanks for listening and watching this video. Thank you.